project contracts approved by the board and reported to the public. Does staff notify the board if there are or not sufficient funds in the budget to move for approval of a project contract?
I think the second question, where it says and reported to the public, if it's approved by the board, you have to assume that
Yes,
it's available to the public.
right, because that is a public doc.
Yeah.
But I want to say, the first question, are we expecting that our board members are gonna read all the contracts? I mean, maybe that's,
Maybe it's presented to the board, or the detailed,
Well, the
project.
district has their standard contract, and that's what's issued to the builders. There's a standard contract,
Okay.
and they have their standard specs that comply to the contract.
okay,
And
Thank
so
you for-
that's,
it's not like there's a different contract.
there's not a different
No,
contract for
okay.
every project, no.
So you want to reword that, how is it again?
Well, I would word it, all project contracts, I would put approved by the board, I would strike reviewed in detail. Just put
All project
Well, I
contracts?
mean, I would hope they would be presented and explained.
Well, they have to be approved.
Well, see,
they
I
gotta be
think though, but I
presented.
think it's not so much the contract as it is the scope. I think
Yeah,
the
the
scope
scope
needs to
and,
be
the-
reviewed.
yeah, the
And
scope.
but
Thank you.
that
Thank
scope
you.
is part of the contract.
It is, yeah, you're right, but I think it's the scope, and that would be, because I think what ends up now is the staff, I don't even know if it's the staff, here it is, you know, we got $20 billion, we're gonna build the outhouse behind Pinole Valley High School.
Mhm,
All in favor?
mhm.
You know, but you have the contract, but then you have the scope that,
Well, a lot of that
I mean,
is-
they should review that, don't you think?
Well, a lot of it goes through the facilities committee.
But wouldn't you think, though, that those guys would be given something?
It should be in the packet.
Yeah, there
I
should
don't
be
know if
something.
it is or not, I'm assuming that it is, but
I mean, it's a huge amount of money. I mean, it's just like, you know, if they're gonna vote to approve it, there should be something there that they look at and say,
Or at least the public can look at it and complain.
well, yeah, no, you're right. So the public can comment on it and say, this is why the building's $215 million.
and do we know that it's not in there?
Somebody's not in there.
Yeah, they often, in fact, that's why Valerie voted against one time, because all they do is they provide a list, have it on the consent calendar. Here's 1.2 million tomorrow night in services contracts, and all they do is list them, and they don't provide the actual contracts.
Which is routine, they've been doing that for
Well,
years.
that needs to change, I mean.
I mean, you should at least have the scope. And the-
Yeah, some kind of descriptions as to what they're getting, what they're doing.
Well, something that's actually part of the contract, not a description, because the staff's report isn't part of the contract necessarily, but the scope, you know, if you have something that's exhibit A of the contract, and that goes to the board,
Yeah.
or the signature
Well, you have-
page
you
goes
kinda
to the
have two
board.
parts. We have your general conditions, which is boilerplate,
Yeah,
and nobody really gets
nobody
cares to
needs
read
to
that stuff.
waste paper on
But the
that.
stuff that's not the general conditions, the actual scope, what the job is, that should be reviewed.
So here's what I got, so correct me if I'm wrong. Or are all project contract details and scope presented in detail to the board?
Yeah.
That could be a yes or no.
That's right.
I'd be interested in saying, what contract details are presented to the
Or-
board for approval?
Or follow up, if not, why?
Well, if not, what detailed information is provided to the board? Or,
What
you know,
project contract details and scope are presented to the board?
Mhm.
And I know that what we're trying to do here is get Sears involved with the forensic audit, but just our process should be that that's in the packet.
Yeah.
So Anton or I or anybody here can say, look you idiots, you're not gonna approve this at the board meeting. They can approve it if they want, but it needs to be out there so people can see it.
Mhm. Maybe if you just wanted to have like two pieces of paper, signature page and the scope, or the signature page, the scope and the budget, or, you know, we don't need all of the indemnification language and all that standard stuff.
Well, even the bid,
Yeah,
the bid should be part of it, because the bid generally gives what everything is. It gives you it gives you descriptions of the building, the square footage, all of that stuff should be there. If they're being asked to approve this contractor, there should be a copy of the bid that RFP filled out and submitted to the district. All of that should be there. And those are like 20 to 30 pages long sometimes.
Sure, you can. I mean, that'd be great.
Including
That'd be great.
non-collusion agreements there that they're supposed to sign.
Okay, does staff notify the board if there are or are not sufficient funds in the budget to move for approval of the project contract?
No, they don't. That came up in the change order meeting. They just approve it and move the money.
So we don't want yes, no questions here.
Yeah, they don't.
If not, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Technology. Has the technology budget gone